Welcome to two-tier policing, Toronto style. If you open a barbecue restaurant illicitly, you're going to get six figures of policing invoices. If you chant genocide to the Jewish people, hey, law enforcement is on the house. Can you explain the double standard to me why some people get charged with policing and some do not? David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Toronto. And folks, I'm in Earl Bales Park. And I just happened to notice as I was driving by, there are one, two, three police vans, police trailers actually, and they're part of the Toronto Police Service mounted unit. Now, Earl Bales Park is just about a kilometer away from the intersection of Bathurst and Shepherd. That's where for 2.5 years now, the Hamas holes have been having their demonstrations against the Jewish community for some reason. And, it's very funny given recent events. I
and it's gonna be really tough to beat him.
And LeBron James is never playing basketball again?
Oh, whoa.
That came out of nowhere, it feels like. The conversation yesterday, after our show, and I should have been paying attention more, was like, hey, we didn't even bring up the fact that this could be LeBron's last game tonight. I'm like, last game tonight? 10:30 on Prime? We got to get swept. I hope not. This doesn't feel like how this is supposed to go. Is there ever a right time, though? Is there ever a proper exit? He has said that he doesn't want to do the entire, last trip around tour. He has said that publicly. I think he has earned that, if that is what he wanted to do. What are your thoughts on trying to step away from the game when it's been your entire life and you've given so much? And you're already playing the way you're playing as a 40-year-old. How much more can you do this?
Yeah, it's tough. I think what he'll do is probably what he said. I think he said go talk to his family, evaluate it. I know when you get up to that age of 41 or whatever, he can show that he got the ability to still play at a high level, get himself ready for the games, but it's the mental aspect of it, right? Even though you're grateful for the opportunity to play and do all these different things, there's a point where the off season just get a little bit longer and the preparation for each game and the time away from your family is tough. It's tough, and so I guess we'll all be seeing what he decides.
When you watch him play and you see what he's able to do at this age, does it not become something in his mind where it's like, hey, maybe I do this to 50? Never would have guessed that I could still do this at this age. Why not do it to 50 and just prove I'm the greatest professional athlete of all time? Like that is That's still possible. It appears he's still hanging now. Hanging. I mean, he's hanging. You know, he's everywhere somehow still at that age. I pulled my hamstring taking a dump of the spicy rigatoni from Carbone at 4:30 this morning. You hear me? I'm 39, Chris. I'm 39 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this. Hey, I'm not, huh?
I'm 41.
Could you handle the spicy rigatoni from Carbone as easy as Coke? You think, or you think you're pulling your hamstring getting up at the toilet at 4:30 a.m.? What do you think, Chris? Honestly, maybe you're a little better shape than me.
I messed up my hamstring enough times. I'm cool.
That's what I'm saying. He's 41, still doing it. This guy, you're not human body's not supposed to be doing this. And if that was it last night, bravo, buddy. Congratulations. What a run. What a run. From the Humber in high school, okay, all the way through now. We've seen this dude do everything that he's ever done, basically. And obviously, there's been a couple wars that have happened because of things that he said and beliefs that he's had. But I think anybody in the public eye is going to have that. I think that's going to happen, especially if you're growing up in front of everybody. And what a run. If that was it, I don't like it, first of all. I don't like that that was it. I don't like that, first of all. Just would like that on the record. But if it was, good for you, dude. What's that, D-Bud?
It's got to end, somehow, some way.
There's no great.
Yeah,
Getting swept by Oklahoma City Thunder at 1 a.m. on fucking Prime is under LeBron James.
Career though.
I'm going to remember that.
Some will remember.
I'll tell you right now, that's the last thing that's on his mind, right? Is that. And I'm telling you, like some of y'all, like Pat, I know you got a little girl, right?
Yeah.
So in having family and kids, and for him giving 23 years of his life to this game, training, off seasons, missing, so much, and so many other people have done it in other fields. Don't get me twisted, but there's a time.
Our government is complaining that people are gambling too much. The same government that has overseen the destruction of many of the consumer protections and expanded the ability for people to gamble on these super apps on your phone that combine banking, investing, and of course, the casino all in the same app. They're now saying, oh, no, this is a problem. We can't believe it. You guys need to stop. This is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who says there are lots of young people, mostly young men, going to blue-collar construction jobs playing the lottery. It drives me crazy. You've also got the president of the free world weighing in on this gambling epidemic.
The whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino. And you look at what's going on all over the world, in Europe, and every place they're doing these betting things. I was never much in favor of it. I don't like it conceptually, but it is what it is. I'm not happy with it because there are all these different predictive markets.
He's not much in favor of it. My guy, doesn't he run a prediction market? I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy here. Does anyone remember the fact that, like, Trump's company, Truth Media Technology Group, is launching Truth Predict that allows its users to bet on related events and milestones such as political events, interest, and inflation rate changes? Like, isn't that exactly what Kalshi and Polymarket are doing? Which I'm pretty sure Don Jr. is on the board. So it's kind of this weird message we're now getting where even the government's like, hey, you guys need to chill out here. You need to step back on all the gambling that's going on. You got Hester Pierce, the commissioner of the SEC, recently making statements saying that she does not celebrate everything going on in the market right now. Financial products that fan a momentary hope of great riches in the same way that lottery tickets do are dull and uninteresting to me. I expect some of these novelties will fade away as investors lose interest. So Hester Pierce acknowledges there's all these people betting on financial products engineered to look like lottery tickets, engineered to make you lose money. You've got Trump saying that the world has become a casino. You've got Scott Bessent saying these blue-collar workers are betting too much on lottery tickets. And it's like, yeah, guys, that's because we've just put it all in your phone, and we've allowed these multi-billion-dollar corporations to advertise to us all the time. I mean, in fact, you can't even make this up. As I was doing this video, I realized, well, wait, didn't Trump, like, do a steak ad on, with the UFC? And it turns out, yes, he did. This is an official Truth Social post where a crypto casino is linked with him in the picture. Like, how are you guys? How can you complain about people are gambling too much? It's all a bit of a casino. I'm not a fan of it personally. If you are literally posting ads of yourself with stake.com, the crypto casino, the one that was actually for a while kind of offshore and really wasn't accepted in America. Here's another one, by the way. I found two. The watermark clearly visible with the White House front in view. Like, how are we complaining? Hey, you kids gotta stop betting. Oh, by the way, come check out the state-sponsored White House event. Families welcome. Kids, welcome. Come. Hey, put it all on the line. We'll just put the state watermark over here in the corner, but you should bet on it, though. Don't bet on the thing we are promoting from the president's account. That would be bad. We're not in favor of betting, even though the White House has a sponsor of a crypto casino happening at their White House lawn at the UFC event. Even though the president has a business that is going into the prediction market space, guys, we hate it. We can't stand it. Stop spending so much money. I mean, it's truly mind-blowing. And I just have to say this because, guys, we have been talking about this for months. Only half a year ago, I made a video about how prediction markets, sports betting, are quickly bringing this on and making it a problem for the everyday American. But we're now seeing stats come out about this stuff. Studies have found that legalizing sports gambling is, creating more bankruptcies, more subprime borrowers. But that's to say nothing of the fact that now even our investing apps are all becoming merged together with the prediction markets, with the sports betting. Everything is being merged. Your bank account, your savings, your Roth IRA, your sports betting, it's all going in the same place. The thing is, these companies aren't even hiding it from you. This is all in plain sight. You got the DraftKings CEO, the gambling app. They're launching their prediction market app to let you gamble wherever you are. And he says that this is an exciting growth engine for them and that it has lowered the cost of new consumers by 80%.
Most exciting growth engine we have right now. It's very early. We only launched about 4.5 months, 5 months ago, but we're already seeing huge progress. For example, we did something where we launched the first version of our super app where customers, no matter where they are in the country, now have access to either our traditional sportsbook product or predictions all in the same app. And that alone dropped customer acquisition costs by 80%.
See, it's incredibly hypocritical for the government to be citing, people are gambling too much, you're wasting away your financial, ability to save, when it's exactly our government partnering with all these people and pushing this stuff, right? Here's CFTC Commissioner Mike Zeller, when MLB got together to sign a memorandum of understanding to protect the integrity of professional baseball and relating prediction markets. So our government is explicitly trying to, push this stuff. Of course, under the guise of regulation, we're regulating sports prediction markets, which is sports gambling, therefore arbitraging out what was an issue of the states to regulate. So now everyone can just gamble from all the states. That is explicitly what we are pushing for. And in the meantime, our government has the balls from several sectors at once. Like, it's not just one place. The Treasury Secretary, the SEC Commissioner, the President of the United States, they're all complaining that this is happening, how it's not good, when it's exactly happening under their watch, sometimes to their benefit in their business interest. So this has just been insane to watch.
I'll make it stop. Don't know how to make it stop. And I think that's everything. I want to cover. And I don't think it's right. Again, I don't think what he did was right. I don't think it's okay to flag channels for that. And I really do hope all these people get their channels back. And I hope YouTube restores everything. It's not okay. Very funny.
I know that at this point it probably is a YouTube matter, but I hope YouTube restores it. I think that if he has enough influence to get it done, maybe he should, have the influence to get it undone.
Mm-hmm.
But he did all the threats and everything, which she saw. I don't think it's right.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't think it's right.
Done here. Kaleido Coat Inc. Dixon, do you miss Christy's warm embrace?
More than I miss my mother's milk.
Also, Gold Folds says this cow stole Christmas gifts. No one gave a shit. This is petty compared to taking gifts at some Christmas party.
Well, you have to have a stack of things sometimes, and she did get tired of talking about that Christmas gift. She told it first like it was a funny story. That's the thing about her. I guarantee you, man, she didn't run that story about the, and people say stealing Christmas gifts. It was in December, but it wasn't. We don't know for sure that somebody didn't just buy themselves some sweaters or something anyway. But Christmas gifts fine, okay. But she told us like it was funny. She didn't run by anybody. Created a vacuum. She doesn't know what's normal. She doesn't know how some of this shit comes off. She obviously doesn't know how it comes off.
That's weird. Like, I don't know. You know right from wrong. And as a matter of fact, I've heard her speak a little bit about that, like years after she told that story. And she was like, well, I had a problem when I was younger. I was a kleptomaniac. Like, it was an actual problem for me. It was on some podcast.
So this is something she has been trying to overcome.
You probably did, and I can't believe what they saw.
I didn't know that shit was wrong. I haven't had more. Now that fuck it, let's go. Really close to this.
Well, that's how we're raising it, but we all know.
The two richest guys in the room. Still. It's a certain threshold.
Easter egg calling. I don't care. Read here. What I got? I got. He's always so good. He knows what I have. Who cares? I guess I'm
2, 9, 9.
You had the game on the 6th.
On both 10.
Hit the 6th.
little bit of clay on this thing, a little bit of stick, a little bit of grime, a little bit of. It does have a little bit of a diamondy,
Yeah.
certainly not a ball that you would like to kick, but it doesn't feel as if it's deflated at all. As we head to the toxic table at Boston Connor, one half of the hammer. Cowboys, they beat them. This ball's fully pumped still. Months after the Super Bowl. It was in the basement here, Con Man. Your thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold Super Bowl ball?
Yeah, probably a moving ball. I feel like the deflated jokes is probably being in a controlled temperature environment in the basement, a very consistent, 65 degrees perhaps. If you were to drop that thing down to a 20 degrees, the ball would shrink. In fact, that's just science, that's just facts.
See, or is he too scared?
Can you tell us who's opening the year against the team on that football?
Where is Raj? Now that I think about it. Well, in his house right now, aren't we?
We did ask some tough questions at the draft, so he's probably avoiding.
Ross should have entrance. McKinnon took a vicious puck right off the schnoz. He ended up coming back. I'm not sure what they did to him in the back. Well, yeah, there it is. And it was tough, too. They don't actually show the slapper, but that was basically a clap bomb from his own defenseman trying to clean up the garbage in front of the net. It goes right to his grill. He ends up coming back, scoring an empty netter winner, which is pretty nice. But this is a much different game. Low scoring. It was about 1-1 halfway through the third when the Avalanche ended up getting it done. That was the first goal for the Avs from Kadri. There's their second.
Case that all playoffs. AJ, NBA story is potentially LeBron's done. Okay, as a kid from Ohio, how would that make you feel? Would you look in the mirror and say, you know what, AJ? Our stars are hanging them up.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Yes, it starts making you feel old. Just LeBron James playing basketball has just been a part of my life seemingly since memory. So for him to hang it up, I didn't expect to start thinking like this. It can't go out the way. That cannot be the last time. That just cannot be. And I don't want to repeat what I said last hour, but we kind of stopped because Chris Paul was on, and he has much better takes than we would ever have. There's no way that is the way LeBron James' career ends last night. I cannot have it. Just as somebody that's been, there's no way that Foxy, you're a diehard LeBron James fan as well. There's no way that's how this whole thing stops. I didn't invest my time in being. I didn't get into fights with people about Michael Jordan stuff. Me talking out of my ass, not knowing anything about what basketball used to be back then. To defend LeBron, for it to be 1:45 a.m. on Prime, getting swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder with nobody really celebrating until afterwards. Then this could be his last one. Shouldn't we be doing this the last couple of weeks if we think this is what it's going to be? This guy's giving a lot to the game, Foxy.
We've watched LeBron our entire lives, and if we know anything, he deserves that from every single away arena and all fans worldwide.
For another year. That'd be cool. Go play one more year for the Cavs.
Go play for the Pacers. People, it sounds like you think it's potentially over. Is that what it sounds like?
Potentially. I wouldn't say I'm not with Foxy. I don't think 0% chance. I think it's a 25% chance. 75% chance he comes back. 25% chance he retires and goes off into the night. And I only say that because of the things that he's been saying. He's been kind of putting it out there. LeBron is like very locked into what he's actually putting out there. So he talked about, hey, we spend a lot more time with my wife. I've never seen him post a lot during playoff runs, especially when he was with the Heat, go 0 dark 30. But I saw him posting, golf videos down 0-3 in the series. I've never seen that from LeBron. So the love of golf, chasing the bug. You just saw the Kevin Hart roast. Kevin Hart said a couple weeks ago, hey, I thought about giving up stand-up and giving up this to chase this new golf love thing. So I wouldn't be shocked if he just launches a new brand, does a decision 2.0, and says, hey, I'm going to go off, spend time with my family, spend time in this course. Whatever he wants to do, though, take your time. Like CP said, it's probably the last thing on his mind, getting swept. It's part of it. He's been swept. He's won championships. He's done all the things that basketball that you can experience in that. So whatever he does do, man, we'll be watching. We'll be talking about it.
Yeah, if he takes his talents to the golf course, that'd be a crazy way to end this. That'd be a crazy way to end this if that's what he was to do. And on that note, whatever he wants to do makes him happy, I will certainly celebrate the hell out of it. I just don't love the fact that it could be over the way that it ended last night. LeBron James, maybe he doesn't start on a team next year, and maybe he gets picked up halfway through the season, 3/4 way through the season. Maybe he just doesn't know the playoff. Ooh. Maybe he joins a team that could go and win. And maybe, I said it in brief passing there, and everybody kind of shoot it off. Maybe he does come play for the Pacers.
He's not
You know,
going to
maybe-
miss the end season.
Maybe he does come play for the Pacers.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Be the first.
You know,
Speaking of LeBron and GOATs,
Yeah, you know who. You know who. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us is not just Peter, okay, who is obviously the most notable dog, I do believe.
Hosting the upfronts.
Peter's part of the upfronts, should be, by the way. If we're trying to get money, let's send Peter in there for sure. But, I mean, that is the showcase, the show off. Ladies and gentlemen, kicking off every NFL season on Thursday with Amazon, College Game Day face and face of college football. Voice Club plays your Hey, which side are you gonna put? Yeah, he taught me that. You taught me that back in the day. Do you remember telling me that? I was doing Thursday night football. It was a Remy operation, which means ass operation. Everything is super delayed. You have no
Flag football game.
Yes, exactly. That was when you told me. Was that?
Yeah.
So I was doing Thursday night football with Matt Hasselbeck, Adam Amin, Molly McGrath. It was an incredible crew. Incredible. Seth Green. I want to make sure I get the names right. We were doing it all, and I had the headset on, and I was on the outside. In the
Well,
microphone.
you don't want to look.
Yeah.
With the
Microphone's coming to my face. Hobie goes, get the microphone. I didn't say it like that. But that's how I took it. With
I said it's flip
Put
it
it on the other side. Because you've been doing how long have you been doing television?
I guess 31 years this fall.
Damn.
Yeah. 31 years. And
Peter, how many years, Peter?
this is year 3.
Peter's had a good offseason. I've seen him in the pool and shit. He is a beautiful dog. And then the room he walks into, obviously, the aura is impeccable. The room that we're going to be walking into is obviously one that's going to be celebrating sport in a big way by investing billions of dollars into it, so we certainly appreciate that.
Yeah.
College Game Day, though, is the bit we're going to be doing up there. College football, 109 days away. We just passed the halfway point. Yeah, we're close. What are your thoughts on the current state of college football? Honestly, the last few years, it's been so much chaos-driven conversation outside the game, but then we look at the ratings of the sport itself up into the right. Everybody loves the product. How do you feel where we're sitting right now?
I'm kind of like, I feel like every time we get into the off season, we get into, oh no, what's going to happen? And then we get to the fall, and attendance has never been better. Interest has never been higher. Like, we keep waiting for it to just explode, and it just gets more intriguing. I think the playoff going to 12, and we could talk about that to 24. I think as we predicted, I mean, it's now you got last 2 weeks of the season, still 20 teams that are trying to throw their hat in the ring. So I don't know. I've given up on saying it's doomsday. I think it's more about we need to get some parameters, as everybody always says, on the NIL portal. But I think overall it's creating a ton of interest.
Yeah, I think a ton of interest. There's new things to talk about. Obviously, contracts are a massive piece of the conversation around the NFL. It's only going to become more normalized, I think, with college football.
How about some of these quarterbacks, Pat, taking a pay cut to go to the NFL? Is different. I don't think until you experience, it's hard to hate it. I do love that our regular season is probably the best thing going in sports because, even calling these NFL games, we just had one of our games got out. Calling these NFL games, Detroit at Buffalo, which is going to be awesome. Open up the new stadium. It's going to be amazing. Detroit, obviously, looking for a bounce back year after last year, and you would think Buffalo with a new head coach. There's a lot going on there. So, 2 great quarterbacks. That's going to be hyped up. But I think in the NFL, you kind of feel like you get to week 10, 11, 12, and all of a sudden, you lived it. Everything is like margin of error is like this. We got to win 4 of our last. The intensity cranks up. I feel like in college, kind of starts that way, And would we lose that if you went to 24? Would we lose the importance of Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn, all those big games? Are we already there?
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the championship games that I know the coaches.
Those need to go.
Well, the coaches came out and voted on the conference championship leaving and the schedule changing, and we like this, and we do this. And then, from our understanding, that was met with, that's cute, coaches.
Thanks for your input.
Exactly. That is kind of how it was meant. But I think the coaches were just trying to say, hey, we would agree if this is what it was. But I think what they were laying out was a lot about fans feel too, about what the season could be. What's reality? Having championship games to reality.
Yeah.
I think
But let's find a new, let's just, within this new structure, take whatever money that the conferences are losing and make them whole, right? And then let's just do what's right for the game, you know?
I
So
didn't say that up there in the upfront because the people in that room might be the people that be able to do that.
whatever you guys say, let's say.
No, I'm not going to say. Usually you say. You just say, hey, let's take the money from the conference championship game.
What are you doing? Huh? We got a call. We're gonna get a call from
Aspen?
no, Jonathan Blow, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah. Should I pause the audio?
Yeah, we can pause the master volume here.
Yeah, just turn mine off.
Okay, cool. Was your volume going too?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. This is JB.
Yeah.
That's part of the philosophy of right? And like whenever I make mistakes in my life,
You made it
it's
in.
not like great. Maybe you can go back.
Uh,
So you're making this game, yeah? So I made a programming.
next portal.
Every time I make a mistake in my life, I make a game. That was too funny. Oh man.
What?
Just Pellic is so good and so funny.
I know, we need him. We need him. Air gesture.
For the producer tier. But burnout's a man's natural state. You should be burnt out and you should relish it. And it should make you angry. You should be perpetually in a state of not necessarily feminine anger that lashes out at things in the wrong direction, but a state of agitation and anger that fuels you to reshape the world around you. If you're not doing that, you're a little boy or you're a woman. Relaxing and what do you do for burnout? Oh, I relax. Relaxing is for women, and relaxing is for little boys and little girls. That's what Chuck E. Cheese is about. That's what romantic comedies are about. If you ever see like a toy or a game or a play set or something fun for a child to use, that's for little boys and girls and women. Something like a vacation. Oh, I'm going on vacation. If you've ever wanted to go on vacation, or if you ever go on vacation, that's for women to do. If you want to pamper yourself or treat yourself or take a rest or a break, that's for a fucking woman to do. If you're a man and your career is in the toilet and you're in trouble, which you probably are, it's time to get a little bit of agitation, a little bit of fire, the fire necessary, not to crash out and throw controllers. You don't want to be one of these guys that's breaking a computer monitor. But you need to have.
That was a joke, first of all.
Yeah, I was joking. You motherfucking need. This is the burnout stuff and my mental health and my depression. I want to use the N-word. If you have that yet, or are you in trouble? If you're in trouble, you need to have a little bit of agitation. In the morning when you wake up, you need to go, God damn it, I'm burnt out, I'm pissed off. I better start reshaping the world to match the way I want it to be, and it's got to start today. Some of these emotions, some of this negative stuff, maybe you don't need to get rid of it. Maybe you shouldn't be getting rid of it. Okay, and the counterpoint to that, please don't take everything I say as 100% true. Try to find the useful stuff that helps you, and discard the stuff that does not help you or strikes you as untrue. Being angry and being a complainer and being a negative person, these are all death sentences. Anger is a feminine emotion, and crashing out and lashing out and being mad at people, these are feminine things. This is what a woman does when she doesn't get her way. I'm talking about the fire in the belly, the real motivation. It's not what Jocko Willink and David Goggins say it is. It is when you're pissed off that the outside world doesn't line up with what you think how you think it should be. And furthermore, you've got a plan to start chiseling away at it and fixing it.
This is a side note that has little to do with what was just talked about, but I used to like the little tidbit about James Gandolfini, like putting a rock in his shoe to like go hot and cold on The Sopranos for agitation's sake. Like people would probably tell him he's nuts doing that, but it got like one of the best performances ever.
And I know that because I can't afford a car payment.
If you're financing or buying a new Toyota Supra, you better have $10 million in the bank. You for real? You better have $5 million if you're buying a motherfucking Toyota Supra. And the thing about that car is it's the car. The car is a special thing because it's like what has man invented in nature that doesn't already exist in nature? What has man invented that doesn't already exist in nature? Airplanes? No, there are birds that can fly. Boats? No, there are seed pods and spiders and things that use the water for transportation. The thing that man invented that doesn't already exist in nature is the wheel. And the wheel is like, you put an axle through it, you can move the world on a wheel. If
you think about it, wheels are like pretty epic. The car is like a house. It's like a sculpture. It's a representation of who you think you are. Even for people that aren't into cars, even for some dumb bimbo slut that wants
Chris.
like Chris, who wants a Range Rover, whatever Chris's little fantasy is.
She wants Chris. That's how
Oh, she wants Chris. The slut wants Chris. That too. The car is like how you see yourself. And the thing about the new Toyota Supra is it's a there's nobody who really sees themselves like that. If the Toyota Supra new one was a person, it would be like a gym.
Fuck.
How
How the fuck goes up there?
The man.
Yeah, there's skis there.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're minus 350. So.
Amanda got here looking incredibly good. Maybe we'll see you like 10, 15 minutes. We gonna walk out with them?
I'm in the park, yeah.
All right, we gotta do hockey right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we got to.
Okay.
Especially you could feel this man's presence, right? When you walk in, you can
Yeah,
feel it.
yeah. I'm going Carolina against Colorado.
What?
In the Stanley Cup. I don't know.
Connor just mockingly said,
Wow.
That's who I got. That's who I'm going with. Montreal. You can say Montreal, but no one's going to beat Colorado. Just give it to them right
Okay, so Colorado has lost the game though. So Minnesota obviously has beaten Colorado one time. Carolina is back-to-back sweeps, 4-0, 4-0. Colorado sweep.
How great is playoff hockey?
Oh,
The best.
the best. Guy ate a puck that I nose like.
Yeah.
Then came back and scored.
Of course.
Best player, too.
It's unbelievable.
All right,
The energy.
We're going to do some hockey. Don't
Okay.
leave us.
All right, I won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, friend of the program, a guy who played 13 years in the NHL, Kirk Sweat. From the moment he got here, and so now
You can see it.
the moment he's walking out here, I don't know. I'm a sauna guy in the morning. Are you a sauna guy in the morning?
He was sweating like, you know, when you take a shower quick and you rush out the door.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what he was
it's
sweating.
yeah, shower intake.
Yeah, shower sweat. That did feel like a shower sweat there. He's dripping, this guy.
It's a long walk. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been carrying that
Don't
tub
let
ready
it
to
make
chug
you
water.
walk.
Probably like 15 minutes. We're going to do a hockey talk right now with an incredible conversator. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, 13-year NHL vet, man who calls New York home now, just gave $10 million to the Montreal Children's Hospital. Incredibly fly, BKC.
Yay.
Wow. Clean. Just
Wow, what a fury.
Oh, the pinstripes. Pinstripes.
Hey, I had to. When I was coming in, I had to look the part today.
Okay, so this is not one of the costumes you would wear on Super Duper Hockey Night on ESPN, but this is one that you would wear whenever you have to look fly.
Would I have to be a professional? Today's a professional day.
You're incredible, obviously, at what you do. Do you live in New York full time?
Yes, I'm in New York now full time.
Okay, are you in this area of town?
No, I'm Soho. So I'm one of those single guys. Yeah, one of those single guys, just living the dream, you know, down in Soho. So I'm loving it.
You ever been to Carbine ZZ's Club?
You know what? I have not been to. Is it Cipriani's on the water? Is that what you're talking about? Carbone? A local coffee shop in New York. I'll go to a Starbucks.
I felt a little bit like it, honestly.
Did you?
14 seconds.
Yeah,
So
and you,
get a Starbucks.
you walk by all 14 and pay like $35 for what?
Yeah, hot water and a couple espresso shots.
Yeah. I'm not chirping Starbucks by any means.
No,
Like,
I
I love
it. Yeah, I was certainly thank you, but I felt like a little bit of an asshole walking by Jack's and Diane's and Lucy's and, you know, the other one.
Lucy's.
I think there's a cafe I walked by.
Oh, okay.
Super hipsters. Sweet looking people in there. What that cool glass of coffee. I said, excuse me, I gotta get Starbucks. Fellow asshole.
Okay. Well,
it's got Bruce is going over there. You see Bruce?
Yeah, I see Bruce. Which one's Bruce?
Bruce right here. Over there.
Hey, what's up, Bruce?
What's going on?
What's up, dude?
Bruce, why did you take me to Starbucks instead of one of the local places?
I just prefer it, to be honest with you. A lot of what PK's talking about was super expensive lattes. Like, it's just not really worth it. We go to Starbucks, we always go with people.
Yeah, wait till he takes you to his favorite pizza place, Sbarro.
You ever been out? You ever been to Sbarro?
No.
Sbarro.
Is it?
So there's New York.
That's not like a special place. That's not like
the Starbucks.
Is it special? I mean, it's not Amelia's, of course, but Sbarro is very special to a lot of people.
Okay.
It's New York Spice. The Starbucks of
Yeah,
pizza.
but my pizza place is not even in Manhattan. I gotta go out to Brooklyn for this one. L&B's, Spumoni Gardens. I gotta get out there. You have to get the square slice. It's unbelievable. So I drive out there to get it.
I'm in Brooklyn, Queensville.
You know what I mean? PK and the BK.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Jay Tatum. I know. We're gonna put that one to bed. The Jay Tatum. Okay, all right. We'll bring it. We'll keep it. We'll keep
But
it.
they're not on the playoffs, so now it's not hitting as hard, you know, in my mind. But the J. Hey. Oh, let's go. That's pretty good. Little double pump there.
Oh.
Can you tell me about hockey?
Okay.
The Avalanche has lost to the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
And put in a clean sweep. Obviously, their Carolina Hurricanes were able to do that. Kirk Herbstreit goes way out on a limb where the fruit are and says he likes Carolina to take on Colorado.
Yeah.
Is that how we should be viewing it? Or is there a chance that Montreal, Buffalo kind of sneak their way into the finals so we can showcase maybe their atmospheres? How about Vegas Golden Knights? Nobody's talking about that. Anaheim Ducks obviously got Lorax as a coach. I love their team. They're in a battle 2-2 series. Feels like Colorado and Carolina have stolen the conversation strictly because they've been sweeping everybody. Can anybody make it right now? Is that how you view this, or is it really a two-horse race?
Anybody can make. I think in the East there's still a chance, you know, and I really believe it's Montreal. Obviously they got to get out of this series. Buffalo's going to turn it on tonight. I expect a much better game from Buffalo tonight. They were not good enough. They didn't tilt the ice. They were sitting back on their heels. Other than the start of scoring 53 seconds into the game, that was their best shot. What are you doing over here? That stuff's good. I know. You got a
Don't
long
you
day.
worry about what's going on.
Okay.
We're cleaning things up over here.
No. I'm just kidding. So I think that Montreal is going to come. I think they might challenge Carolina, but Carolina, as much as this pains me to say it, Pat, I haven't picked Carolina to win a series in 4 or 5 years. Carolina Hurricane fans are loving every single moment of this right now. And I do believe that if this is going to be their best chance to win a Stanley Cup since the last time they won. Like, this is their chance. If they don't get it this year, and I'm not talking about getting to the finals, they got to win it this year. So that being said, that's what Montreal or Buffalo is up against. In the West, I agree. I think Colorado is the team coming out of the West. Vegas has a chance, but they got to figure out Anaheim first.
Yeah, Anaheim's certainly been a little bit of a tough task. And the Hurricanes become the first team to start a postseason 8-0 since the Oilers in 1985. The last 3 games, the entire playoffs, and route to a title. A lot of people saying they're going to win a title if you have this particular stat. The Caniacs down there in Raleigh will certainly love another opportunity at that. Let's turn the conversation into NHL playoff hockey. Do you think this has been a great display of what the game is? I think it has been. Ratings have been up and to the right. Montreal get a chance to showcase who they are. Every single environment has been fantastic. Now, a couple of runaways. Carolina sweeps 2 people. They're going to wait for a week, maybe get healthy. Colorado could potentially do the same, but I think hockey has shown up. Do you not agree?
Oh, 100%. And in regards to the sweeps, by the way, we always want to have the element of the underdog upsetting a better team. It's always there. I've been an 8-seeded team that upsetted a first-place team in the playoffs. It can happen. So, you know, some years it's going to happen. Some years it's not going to happen. That's a part of it. But aside from that, you cannot tell me the quality of hockey isn't at the highest that it's been ever, I think. In terms of the skill, the young players, like that's the thing now. The young players are coming in ready to play. The NHL is not a development league. I'm not going to tell someone you're going to develop in this league. You have to come in ready to play. And you see guys like Lane Hudson that are now being considered in just a couple of years some of the best of players in the league. You look at Lane Hudson, Slavkovsky, all these guys. Buffalo's got a few guys. Anaheim's got Leo Carlson, Troy Terry, and a couple other guys, Seneca, that are coming. So there's a smorgasbord of young talent. That's what screams the future is bright in the NHL, right?
Speaking of the future, the draft obviously just found its way. Connor has a question for you about number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, PK, it feels as though, and I'm not, making accusations, okay? But it feels as though maybe it was right for Gavin McKenna to go number 1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs have had odds in the top 10 basically twice, and they missed the playoffs twice in the last, 10, 15 years, and both times they end up with that number 1 pick. How do you feel about Gavin McKenna going number 1? Is that definitely a lock? And do you think that the Toronto Maple Leafs, I mean, we're not even going to bring up the GM. You said you got a lot to say about that, but do you think they hang on to kind of their core with Austin Matthews and them, or do you think this is kind of a new era for Toronto as far as the Maple Leafs go?
Great questions. First of all, this puts an immense amount of pressure. If there wasn't enough pressure on Toronto already, getting the first overall pick, I know some people are excited about it, but being a new GM coming in, new management, to get that first overall pick in Toronto, like, you cannot mess that up. You can't fuck that up. No. You can't. Excuse my French, but you can't mess that up. If they do, this is not going to be good. So the question is here, do they build around Austin Matthews and Willie Nylander? And I'd have to say, I think they're closer to probably tearing this thing down and rebuilding it. I don't want to say that. I don't know. I don't have any insight into it, but they need defense. They have to retool their goaltending. Like, how many young prospects do they have in the system? They've traded away first-round picks. They have to retool. Like, we're building this not to compete and contend. You got to win a championship, not contend for one. You got to win one. So they've built contending teams that haven't even been able to get out of the first round. So to me, a new breath of fresh air has got to come in. Whether Austin Matthews and Nylander are part of it, I think that's up to them too. Whether their contracts allow them to go or not, do they want to be a part of a rebuild?
Do you think the entire U.S. Olympic team should just come back to America? Get Hellebuyck the hell out of there. Get Brady Tkachuk the hell out of there. Get Brady the hell out of there.
And listen, Michael Landauer, the ownership there, I know what they're doing in Ottawa, and I believe that Ottawa is going to be a great place to play. A lot of guys are going to want to play there once all that stuff happens in the new arena, I think, eventually. But for Brady Tkachuk right now, I would have been out of there yesterday because of where he is in his career, where his game is. I believe it's just too heavy. It's too much. He shouldn't have that much on his shoulders to go. He's already the captain of the team. Lead by example. They put way too much heat on him. And I played in Canada. I know what it's like. But for him, he should be appreciated for the game that he brings every day. And I think he's going to have a better opportunity to go somewhere and lead and win. Yeah. I think Florida. I want to see him go play with Matthew in Florida. Come on. Good. He fits. Listen to me. He fits in with their style. Yeah. Right? He might be a better fit for Florida than Matthew is with the way he plays. I'm being honest. So now he's sliding in there. I would like to see him in there.
And they're nuts too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They're certainly Tkachuk and nuts all over.
Yeah, I got a few. Oh yeah. So Brady, I fought Brady.
You fought for how to go?
Dude, oh my god. So
do you win a lot of fights or lose?
It's surprisingly so. The way my face looks, I've won like more than I've lost. Obviously, because I'm telling you, I fought a couple guys that I shouldn't have fought that could have gone the wrong way. Like, I remember one fight, Borowicki, he could have splattered my whole face, and he just happened to hit my visor. Lucky time. But very, 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 very lucky. But Brady, I'm in Ottawa. It's his rookie season. And, I know Keith Tkachuk. I remember meeting Brady and Matthew at a hockey tournament when they were just little kids. And Chris O'Sullivan's a good friend of mine. Obviously, the Fitzgeralds that are tight with the Tkachuk, so I know him. So Brady's out there, but he's got a little chip on his shoulder, and I'm out there. I've been out there for an extended shift, and he gets in front of the net, and he knows I've been out there long. I'm not giving him that free pass. I know Keith taught him how to fight, when to pick his fights. He grabbed me at the end of my shift, but it didn't matter. He put his hands on me from the 18 years old. He put his hands on me. I don't know if I've ever felt a guy in my career that young have that much strength. And watch the fight. He's basically going like this on the top of my head. Look, I'm way in over my head here. Way in over my head. And I'm just eating them. You just got to hang in there. Seatbelt, try to get your arm loose. You can tell I'm tired. And Brady's like, "Yep, you get tucked in," and that's exactly what he said to me at the end. He's like, "Yep, I tucked you in, body slam. Yep, watch." And then you go, I did do an Epsom salt bath. I heard the sauna talk before. You got me all excited. Napoli made 400 years they've been making suits. They know what they're doing. Yep, I have to. I gotta do. I can get fat so fast. I have to. Single program, and that's
living up in Soho.
That's it.
Single life.
Single guy in Soho
Have a big
taking
package
Epsom
of
salt baths and massage every day, working out, getting after it. We appreciate you, PK.
Thanks, boys.
Hey, hold on. Don't leave us. Don't leave us just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic day here in New York. We can't thank you enough. I'll be back live from the Thunderdome. AJ, thank you for traveling over to Indianapolis, brother.
Of course. Awesome time.
I appreciate you supporting Tiger, too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Sunday
We're in remake.
Hell yeah.
We need to tell him to stop driving, though, right?
Yeah, we do.
We all
love Tiger.
Tiger, we love you. We appreciate you.
Way more.
Stop driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can peek out of windows of Waymo.
Yes,
I did see that drunk white puking all over the side of that Waymo.
That could be a
Huge addition.
smart.
Never even
Dude, I
thought.
feel like a part of the team right now. This is awesome.
You got anything to say to the crew?
You know what? Love watching you guys. Love having you guys on. Keep grinding. Keep changing the game. You guys have changed the whole media game. I love it. So it's an honor to be on, Pat.
Dude, you're the best for saying that.
Let's
How about
go.
you, Big City Bruce? Anything Big Bruce?
I just pulled up that Waymo puke guy, and I look just like him. That might have been me.
Well said, Bruce.
See your friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. We love you all. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this for a living. We got to go do a show for a bunch of suits.
Well, another 24 hours have passed since the last time I talked about this guy, and guess what? Some more stuff has went down. Cindy Watson came out and had a few things to say about the old quartering, and guess what? He's decided that all of his problems are not his own. He did not start any of this. In fact, he was always a good boy. The reason that he is now in trouble and getting so much heat is because of D-Day Cobra. That's right, good Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Because of him, the quartering is living a nightmare right now. Now, I find this funny because, once again, the quartering takes no accountability for the things that he's done. He doesn't seem to understand still why everybody's mad at him. He's just putting it all on D-Day Cobra. And the reason for this is funny because, once again, the reason that D-Day Cobra and other creators were upset is because Jeremy made a video, and by Jeremy I mean Bad Jer, the quartering, made a video coping about his views, because that's all he does is cope about his views. Anytime his views are down, he's actually under attack. It's not him, or because he's boring, or just does the same thing, or he reads articles badly and doesn't really give any commentary.
No, it's actually because he was coping about his views, and he decided that he was going to bring other channels into the conversation and start talking about their views, which I find funny because they weren't complaining about them. The reason that people have been making fun of Quartering's views, which are very, very low on his long form videos, you know, the videos that people actually watch ads on and contribute to revenue. Nobody's watching his long form videos really. He had terrible watch time. They click off after 2 minutes. So not only are the views bad, but the watch time is awful. So they're not watching any ads. And you can tell that he's breaking down about this. In fact, there's apparently drunk phone calls with him
into you're 100% right about that, Devin. That was where all this started. No one will ever admit that, but that's where all this started. That's where all of this started. All the way back to that. They all got upset about that. That's okay. Anyway, let's talk about this next story. I don't want to, I wish everyone the best. I wish everyone the best.
Now, here is the comment that he focused on, by the way. Devin Diamond said D-Day Cobra got butthurt about the analytics video, and that's where all this started, really. And Quartering doesn't understand that he was the one that started that shit. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. He was basically calling everybody's channel dead, but then glowing about how his is growing, which is hilarious because the only reason that he's got any views is because he steals viral videos and uploads them as shorts. None of those people actually watch your long-form content. So he was coping about everything and then trying to make himself look superior, which he does all the time and has a history of doing, and he looks down on everybody else, and he was trying to drag them into this coke fest, and it didn't quite work. And he got mad because he got pushback on it. So he's essentially blaming his meltdown on Jeremy Prime because this is what people like him do. They never, ever look within, and they never take any accountability for any of their actions. This is why it's going to continue to get worse and worse. So now D-Day Cobra is the target of the Quartering, and I hope his channel stays okay. He's probably flagging it right now. That could be a possibility. Or sending his army after it. Who knows? It's a scary time to talk about the Quartering because he has shown he will take you down one way or another. He wants the first option is to try to flag the channel down. And then after that, we'll see if we can just deflect accountability and put it on Jeremy Prime here. Now he responded. I thought we would take a listen, see what he had to say. Oh, listen, clip scrapped it here. Let's listen.
It is not getting any better, ladies and gentlemen. It's only getting worse. Nothing has improved since I streamed the last time. It's only getting worse and worse and worse.
And in fact, that's true. It's look at the past 48 hours. He had the Miller Time Saturday. He deleted his Twitter, which, by the way, he's still on Twitter. He's still scrolling Twitter for his videos. He has a burner account that he made, and it had notifications, which means he's replying. So he's probably running around defending himself under a fake account. Probably a few of them, actually. And he has a history of doing shit like that. If you watch any of those documentaries, you've seen the clips where they go through some of his old stuff, like I think on Clawstruck, and would comment on the videos with Unsleeved Media and all of his other channels to give that account more interaction. So he has a history of doing stuff like that.
Now,
that's so pathetic. So pathetic.
I've been directly implicated, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's okay to say that my channel is officially under attack.
That's true. He is under attack now. The channel is under attack.
Now, that is a meme, and it's a joke, but I am legitimately a little concerned right now, which is why you should be following on Rumble and Kick, because basically I am now the #1 target for the Quartering.
And that's not bullshit, by the way. If he has his evil eye gazed upon you, he's going to try to do it again. Look what he was doing to me last week, trying to make it look like I was scared of him. And he ran for me twice. Twice he ran for me for a debate. And he got a clown down for it. He looks stupid. So now he moves his eye to a new target, thinking maybe Jeremy Prime will back down. I don't think that's going to happen. And he should be concerned because, I mean, what's happened? Look at this. Look at what's happened. So many people that dare to criticize the courtroom. They get privacy restrictions. They get demonetized. They get their channels flagged down. They get streams flagged down or age restricted. Videos taken down. Copyright claims put on them. There's all kinds of just nasty tactics being used by either him or people that admire him.
Yep. I am the target of the quartering because the quartering has decided that I am.
That made you do anything. He just mad that anyone dares question or push back on him. Because his ego is so out of control. His narcissism is so out of control. He demands to be respected. Why? Why should I respect you?
So we have a clip right here on the list of clips where he actually talks about that. And yeah, he definitely put a target on D-Day Cobra. Here we go. Takes a big man to not get involved with
Because we already watched that.
drama. Really, man. The fact that he is going to stay away from drama and focus on his show, commendable. All right? Very, very respectful that he is going to move away from drama. Man, man, great job, Quartering. 8 seconds into the video, and
you know, I gotta say, Nerdrotic, and he's had to deal with this shit now too. And even Jeremy here, neither of them usually get involved in this kind of drama. They rarely ever do.
Other video, so let's back that up, okay? No drama. All right.
I felt so bad for her. I'm not going to talk about it. That's just not going to.
Okay, so he's talking about Chrissy Mayer right now, who had a disastrous stream herself the other day. I don't want to get too much into that, other than she messed up bigly. She messed up bigly. Should have known better. She pulled some rookie maneuvers, which she should have known better because she's not a rookie. And, you know, she's kind of paying for it a little bit right now. She brought a lot of shit to Gary Nerdrotic's doorstep that he didn't want.
And do any drama?
No drama.
You know, again, people are like, where's your Twitter? Twitter was not good for me.
No drama.
I was getting sucked in to it.
No drama.
Cringed, and it was bad.
You're literally on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
You're literally on Twitter. He has Twitter pulled up on his fucking screen as he says no Twitter.
And I did see what they did to Chrissy, and that was dumb. That TISM drama is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I did.
So that's what we talked about in the previous video, the TISM drama, where he went and deleted is it called? I think it's this Incredible Salt Mine or whatever, that channel that he had where he did podcasts with Bering and Compacula, and he deleted all of those videos and live streams, and I think even privated the channel, and then tried to say that he got flagged down by Kino Casino, and then everybody called him out, and he had to admit that he was a liar, that he just tried to make people feel bad for him.
I didn't even think it was a big deal. Very, very stupid fuck up on my part.
Now, what does he really mean by those old podcast episodes and didn't think anybody would care? He doesn't now that he has eyes on them. See, Jeremy was always too boring to investigate. Kino Casino, I think it's in the clip actually.
There's a guy at work who claimed that vegan badge didn't smell. Well, I can tell you this. My wife has been a vegetarian. It's probably not normal. But I crave companionship of anonymous people online and not as much real life.
Doesn't even talk about that. No. There's just a bad move on his part. Mistake. He didn't think about it. Leaves out that he was trying to say he got flagged down. And looked really stupid when he did that.
And the best thing I can do is just, let everyone be. Yeah, limiting screen time. time, less social media. Yeah. I was definitely getting sucked into. You're 100% right about that, Devin. That was where all this started. No,
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. D-Day Cobra got butthurt about the analytics video, and that's where this all started. Quartering has decided that I am responsible for all of this. He is painting a direct target on me now. My channel is officially under attack.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's got it. The Eye of Sauron is fixed right on the Cobra Cast now.
100% right about that, Devin. That was where all this started. No one will ever admit that, but that's where all this started.
You should admit it. That was your fault. Is what you should do. You started this. You did. When you tried to drag them in your Coke video, because everybody's making fun of you, because you're the one complaining about views all the time. Nobody else is. It's just you. That's why people are making fun of you and nobody else. Because you are the one melting down about it. And you wanted people to take their attention off of you and go and talk about other people, which isn't going to happen because they don't do the weird things that you do.
That's where all of this started. All the way back to that. They all got upset about that. But it's okay. Anyway, let's talk about the next story.
Oh, yeah. No drama. No drama. No drama.
I don't want to, I wish everyone the best.
Yeah.
Everyone the best.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. No drama.
No drama.
No drama. No drama.
Let's,
No drama.
let's just stay. Let's see where we're at.
Yeah, so no drama, guys. No drama. We're just going to directly call out D-Day Cobra. But no drama. We don't want drama. We don't want to cause drama. We're just, we're painting a target on a particular individual.
Yep.
We're sick of drama. You decided. Someone that was completely friendly with you